Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
McCoy on the carry.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 48.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Coleman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Looking deep in the direction of Coop. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Amari Cooper. A gain of
so the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Phillip Lindsey. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Mahomes going to throw. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Mahomes firing complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Room here to run. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Lindsey, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now it's Herbert. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Herbert has it knocked free.
Emerson Griffin. Justin.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That's good.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Herbert. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
First down.
Herbert back to the air. He'll find Lindsey here. We have hit halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
Set to kick off.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Mahomes pass.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. It's Cooper. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsay touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here's Hardman on the return.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1 yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Mahomes. He gets it over the middle to Cobb.
Pass. Complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 18. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10.
No good. That keeps the score tight.
So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First down, Titans.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Mahomes now on 1st down.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Caught left side by Cobb. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now the 2nd down throw on target. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Amari Cooper, 76 yards, and the Titans are going to take the lead.
Josh Lambo.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. We're hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Fair catch made at the 3-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And all the way to the